we have to decide primarily. There's an economist called Dr. Howard Nicholas who mentions this quite well. He talked about the current conversation around budget deficits in Sri Lanka and how a lot of institutions, a lot of the financial elites, they talk about how Sri Lanka is always in this problem because we're spending more money than we bring in, and that budget deficits are the evil, and that's everything that we have to stop. So Dr. Howard Nicholas looked at this and said it's not really the budget deficits. If you look at all the countries that are below a certain level of industrialization, those countries in effect end up having budget deficits. So you're essentially pointing to a symptom and saying this is the sickness, but it's not. So, but I don't see much in terms of policy in the National People's Power, which is considered a pretender to the oppositional throne as such. They had very little to do with industrialization. They were talking about improving our exports. They were talking about maybe the executive presidency again. But when it comes to industrial policy, there just doesn't seem to be any interest in it. Is it just that? Is it a false dichotomy that we think that we have to start running sweatshops here and that we can't give people a decent wage in a manufacturing sector, and that's why we should just conform to the neoliberal model?
Honestly, I don't know what happened, right? Because in the past, not really our parents' generation, but more our grandparents' generation, like they did the Mahaweli project. They produced, we run on 50% hydropower. They built that. They produced a good education system.
The garment factories.
They produced like a good healthcare system. I mean, garment factories are good, but it could be better industrial. We still at a bit of a low end of the industrialization scale. We did things. If you look at our ancient past, we produced tanks that are still feeding people today. We produce irrigation systems that are still, growing food. So it's not like we're incapable of building things, but we have somehow lost the faith that such a thing is even possible. And we're just like, oh, we're gonna build a hotel and rub someone's feet and open a coconut for them, and that's going to develop our economy. It's not like that.